Good morning and welcome to Jantastic Studio. Today I'm going to make a slider card using Mama Elephant's Wish Upon a Star and Mama Elephant's slider die that I found on clearance on their site. Great deal. And for the slider bead I'm going to use these little alphabet beads that I got, I believe, at the Dollar Tree. But those little plastic beads that you buy are so expensive on the craft sites. And when I found out that these little guys work, you get a jillion of them for almost, well, for $1, right? So brilliant. Now these other big beads in here didn't come with it, but I just store them in there. I'm starting out with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, and I'm going to add my Distress Ink over the top using a cloud stencil. My first ink is Shabby Shutters, and it's kind of a pale, pastel-y kind of green. And because it's at the bottom of the paper, it's a little hard to hold that stencil still on there. I probably should have taped it down, but it came out okay, and it was just a process I didn't want to go through. My second color is Squeezed Lemon, and I really like this yellow. It's bright and cheery and a little beyond pastel, but still I just absolutely adore it. And I'm rubbing my pad on the stencil first because it's a big flat stencil and plenty of surface to kind of get that ink all over that pad. Now I'm going to wash off those two colors because otherwise they're going to end up blending with the pink ink when I get it on there. And the pink is Pickled Raspberry. And this is a really pretty bright ink, and if you want it pastel, you have to just not put as much on your pad. But the pinks are really hard colors to do, and they end up being kind of muddy. And so it's rare you find a really good pink, and I really love this one. Again, it's Picked Raspberry. And purples have the same problem, obviously another shade of red. And they also have a tendency to be muddy. But this shaded Lilac really has the nice purple pastel that I want and doesn't give a muddy appearance. And it goes on kind of like that Blueprint blue. It's got kind of a radiance to it that's just smashing. I really like it a lot. And my last color is my go-to blue, and that is Salty Ocean. And I accidentally didn't get the pad on there. I had to go back and get the pad back on that. And anyway, that's I go all the way to the top with that because I don't need to just have another cloud above it. And there it is. And voila, it's cut. So next, to stamp our flying bunny. I had a little card that I had drawn an egg on to cut out later, and there's a corner big enough for that little flying rabbit to fit on. So I used that paper to stamp my rabbit on and just made sure when I placed it that there was enough room to cut him out. And there he is. I did C3 along the shaded areas. Now I'm going to add some C00 to blend it. Just kind of going a little bit wide to make sure that I can get that blend in very well. I'm sorry about the focus. Apparently the camera I have is not good enough for what I need to do. Now I'm going to add some pink to the cheeks to make it a little happy rabbit. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the blue, and these colors are listed below, that pale porcelain blue, to the tips of the wings, just a little bit to give it just a little bit of magic. For some reason, it makes it stand out a little better. I've put 2 layers of foam tape on the back of my card, and now I'm using Gina K Connect glue to glue the little bead onto the back of the penny. I put it on the back of the penny because the side with Lincoln's face is real bumpy and it's not a good surface to glue to. The back has a better surface to glue to. Now we'll let this dry. Okay, I'm plucking off the liner on the tape. It keeps the glue from being exposed, or the adhesive that's on the tape. Occasionally you'll probably hear little click-clicks going through the house. That's my 2 Jack Russell Terriers who've been amazingly quiet this morning. Almost makes you wonder what they're up to. Last time they took a cushion off the couch out into the backyard. So this glue's not completely dry here, so I'm kind of finagling it. And it needs to go a little further north there. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on top of the little bead. You see how perfectly that bead works? And it's so cheap. We love this story. And then we'll put our little flying bunny. If he's flying, we're going to go this way. And now we're going to let him dry before we do anything with him. Stamp You Are My Sunshine on a cloud shape and use Salty Ocean around the edge with my blender. I'm going to kind of get it right in the middle of that cloud there. Here now, we have a little flying bunny. You are my sunshine. Isn't that cute? Alright, well hey, thanks for watching. And like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks.